Today we're going to be diving into some of the top areas for first-time homebuyers who are relocating from out of state to the Boise area and surrounding. Now this is going to be a very in-depth video for those of you that are looking at purchasing your first home and maybe just aren't necessarily familiar with the area and are kind of curious what the process may look like as far as purchasing a home in Idaho, which isn't too different across the country, but there's little tips and tricks that we're going to give you in this video to make sure you know exactly what to expect and some great areas for you to check out before we get into it. So with that being said, let's dive into it. Guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. For those of you that are first-time viewers or returning viewers, I'd love to know where you guys are watching from. Drop it in the comments below where you're tuning in from. Today, we're talking about some of the best areas. Now, as far as for context, a lot of people tend to move to Southwest Idaho, right? That is where you're gonna see Boise, that's where you're gonna see Meridian, Kuna, Eagle, Nampa, some of the most popular areas for a lot of people to relocate right now. Obviously, Boise being at the top with Boise State, which you can kind of see right behind me. We got the Broncos chain, and we went and wore that at one of the basketball games out here. But you have a great environment as far as just that small kind of city vibe, right? It's not as big out here as many people expect as far as, oh, is it like Los Angeles or San Diego even? We actually just got back from San Diego. We had a real estate convention out there and it was a great time, but there were some pros and cons, right? When you go to different areas, you kind of compare where you're living now versus where you're at. And I mean, the traffic for one, which was absolutely insane. Goodness, I couldn't live in that type of traffic every day. We don't have a ton of traffic here in the Boise and surrounding areas, so that's really great news, especially for people that are trying to get away from maybe the hustle and bustle culture. I would say it is starting to grow a little bit out here, but it's not very common. I'm not going to say it's anywhere like that California hustle in general, but I mean, just busier cities in general. It's just a smaller city. There's not too much going on at all times. You're just a lot less low profile. People are a lot friendlier here. And I mean, just in general, when we're talking about the area, I mean, as a whole, people just love living here because they feel like 30 minutes hitting the road, you can get away, you can be in the woods, you can be at a natural springs area. I mean, you could just be doing so many different things, from the outdoor recreation as far as fishing, hunting, hiking, bike riding. I mean, anything that you can possibly think of. I know it's summer right now, so for me, one of my favorite things to do is to go out there, hit the Boise River, and just enjoy floating it. It's about a 2.5 hour float, peaceful, quiet. I wouldn't say it's dangerous or anything like that. I know some people have asked me before in the past, so like, is it dangerous to float the Boise River? No, not really, not at all. But for me personally, I just enjoy that nice peace and quiet, especially with the workload and the stress. It's just nice to get out and enjoy a nice float. So with that, let's talk about some of the areas. Now today we're going to be hitting on some new construction neighborhoods, because as first time home buyers, I'm assuming that you guys probably don't necessarily want to worry about some of the big ticket items needing to be replaced, right? For example, your roof, or some of the items that just last 20, 10, 15, 20 years, like your water heater or your HVAC, which is like your furnace and AC unit. Some of those big ticket items you don't necessarily want to worry about, right? So for homes that are built maybe around the 2005, maybe up to 1990, if some of those units are still in there, are probably going to have to be replaced ASAP, but some of those things have a great lifetime just because they've been taken care of. Regardless though, you probably don't necessarily want to have to worry about those things. So we're going to be highlighting some of the new construction neighborhoods, which you guys are absolutely going to love. And we have talked about some of these before on previous videos, so you're going to see some things that may look familiar, or if it's your first time, then you're going to want to get familiar, because these are some really, really great, gorgeous neighborhoods. So with that, real quick, before we dive into the homes and the areas, I am a licensed real estate agent here in the Boise and surrounding areas. Whether you're looking to move to Boise, Meridian, Kuna, Eagle, all the places that we're going to be talking about today and more, reach out to us, call us, text us, email us. The more information you can tell us, the more we can know, or set up a calendar link below so you can schedule a time to hop on a call or hop on a Zoom with us as well. So with that, let's dive into the content. Now guys, the first neighborhood we're going to be talking about is going to be the South Ridge subdivision in Meridian, Idaho. Now this is probably one of my favorite neighborhoods because of the location. Now it is built by the #1 home builder here in Idaho, and they are the #1 home builder because they just absolutely are pushing the most homes, and a lot of people just, as far as the best bang for your buck, people just really love them. And they are built by CBH, or AKA Corey Barton Homes. They always have some really great promotion. Now, as far as this neighborhood location wise, we're going to dive into it, but let me dive into some of the promotions they're currently doing. So this neighborhood right now, they have a few homes that are still listed under $450,000, which is, I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. You have super, super close proximity to the Village, which is a super popular shopping mall. And then as far as from this neighborhood, or this subdivision, I should say, to the Boise area, you're looking at about a maybe 15-minute drive. I mean, as far as Boise and Meridian, when we're looking at the map, they literally touch, I want to say touch tips, but that doesn't sound right. They literally are bordering cities, so they just are hand in hand as far as what they have to offer, very similar. But I will say, as far as the city itself being on the outskirts of Boise, I will say it has so much more growth, so much more new construction like the one we're going to talk about today. There's just so much more coming from it, and people just absolutely love it as a whole. So that's why I'm going to say this is definitely one of the top neighborhoods I would talk about as far as some of the best to live in. So let's go ahead and check this out. So as far as proximity wise to everything, you're just going to absolutely love the location of this neighborhood. And of course you got Topgolf and restaurants that are coming up. I mean, just tons of great things. So, all right guys, so we're bringing it to the map because I want to show you guys on the map where some of these locations are that we're talking about today, just for your knowledge. So when we're talking about where Boise is in comparison to Meridian, this will be a really good example. So you'll see Boise is here, Meridian is here, and they pretty much just intersect with each other. They go hand in hand. Then you also have Eagle right on top of here. So this is like the perfect triangle here. So I call it the perfect trio, is these three right here. This is where the most common people typically live. Now, sometimes people want to live in the outskirts, so they'll come to Star, maybe even go further and go to Middleton, which is all the way out there. But for the most part, people typically like to be in the area over here. So now, with that being said, where is South Ridge and what's nearby that area? So South Ridge is going to be in this little area right here. So you can kind of see it's not too big, it's not too developed just yet. But what's nice is you have 10 Mile Road. So 10 Mile Road, actually where I live personally, is you're going to see some of the best development coming right now. I mean, there's tons of things coming up. You got Shields here, which is literally popping up, but this is a great just area. It's kind of like a Dick's Sporting Goods on crack, think of it like that. And then you have so many more different areas, right? You have Tesla nearby, you got Camping World RV, you got a Walmart, you got Wahoo's Roaring Springs Water Park. This is where everyone likes to take their children or adults as well to just go and enjoy the lazy river. They got a bunch of water slides. It's just a really great location, all in all. So you have really great amenities nearby. Now, I also did mention you do have the village nearby. So the village is actually going to be right here on 55. So here's 55. The village is in this area over here. So you're going to see tons of people just absolutely love the area. And we're talking about it's being a 10-minute drive from here. So tons of people just love to come over here, shop, enjoy the outdoors. You got a bunch of parks. I mean, you can see all the green. Those are all going to be great park areas to just go check out. So as far as proximity and location to everything, this is going to be a great spot. Now, the next neighborhood we're going to hit on is going to be actually one more thing before we dive into the next neighborhood. This is the website here. So when we're talking about, it's making me a little smaller here. When we're talking about the neighborhood and what the new construction builders are offering, this was actually significantly lower not too long ago. As you guys know, prices jumped, but you could have gotten homes for $450. Not to say that there won't be in the future, but you could see some homes popping up that are around the $550 range, as well as above. So with that being said, I mean, you just have so many different options, so many great, promotions. And right now the promotion that they're doing, let's see if they're showing it here. This is kind of a good breakdown as far as what the neighborhood looks like as of right now. So they got a couple more available. They're getting ready to probably sell out, and then they'll extend their next phase. And once they start extending their next phase, there's going to be more opportunity for more houses to be purchased. But their promotions that they're currently doing right now is, if you go to the CBH website, you'll see they're just doing a ton of promotions as far as up to $30,000 right now, and that could be used towards closing rates. It kind of says right here, closing rates, rate buy down, landscaping, fencing, blinds. So they don't do sod in the backyard. They typically do hydro seed, or they don't include blinds, so you could use some money towards that. They don't include fencing, so you could include some money towards that. There's just different ways that you could use this money, but most people like to use that chunk of change towards covering closing costs, buying down some interest rate, and potentially getting some blinds or refrigerator, washer, dryer, things of that nature. So tons of opportunity as far as what you could do with this money. Now, this $30,000 is negotiable. So if you call this number, that's going to be your first mistake. Don't ever work with the people who are representing the builder, because they are not going to negotiate for you like I will. As I mentioned, I am a real estate agent earlier, but you guys want to work with someone that just knows the market, knows how to negotiate with these people, because this is just misleading, because they will let you negotiate more. They just don't like negotiating so much off the purchase price. So keep that in mind when we are talking about just in general, negotiating with new construction builders, they will not represent you to the best of their ability because they work for the builder directly. So with that, let's talk about the next neighborhood. All right, guys, so the next neighborhood we're going to be talking about is Thousand Oaks. Now, this one actually has a much better starting point for those of you that are true first-time home buyers. And then on the next neighborhood, we're going to dive into if you're just moving to the area and looking for the most popular, the most, just stunning, gorgeous, beautiful neighborhood in the area, then we're definitely going to talk about that too. So the second neighborhood I want to mention is also going to be one in Meridian, so it is near Boise. But this is going to be the Thousand Oaks neighborhood, and let's pull out the marker here. Actually, let's not do that. Let's zoom in first. So we're going to go down 10 Mile here. So here was the previous neighborhood that we looked at. Now, around this area in general, you're going to see a lot more new construction homes are being built right now. And this is just due to the fact that they are trying to expand Meridian. As you can kind of see here, there's actually lots of agriculture here. There's going to be tons of farmland. Just tons. This is pretty green over here, but for the general area here, you're going to just see tons and tons and tons of farmland and just peaceful, quiet neighborhoods that are popping up as they go. So it's just growing so damn fast right now that this is pretty much the hot spot. So this neighborhood specifically, we're going to zoom in here, is going to be here on, it's going to be right here. So this one is called the Oaks North. Now the Oaks North, when you go to their website, it's just gorgeous. It's built by Toll Brothers. They are known pretty well throughout the country. They do build homes all over the place, but just a really, really solid starting point here. Their starting prices is currently $484,000. So for those of you that are looking to stay under 500, this would probably be a good place to start looking. And they have, single family homes starting at as low as 1,558 square feet all the way up to 3,433 square feet. And I'm sure there's actually even more. Here you go. So you got a couple at 1,558, and then as you kind of get higher, they have these awesome 3D walkthroughs here. But some of these homes are just absolutely gorgeous. You can see that they got some great touches. The backsplash that I personally always talk about in the videos, they actually go from the ground all the way up to the ceiling, which is nice, so you don't have the awkward gap. Now they will have some homes that may have some subpar showers or baths just because they didn't do all the upgrades, but for most part, right now these pictures are definitely going to be the best of the best, right? So when you go look at homes in person, when we're scheduling that, we'll be able to potentially either design the home from start to finish, or if it's going to be a quick move-in home, then we will be able to pretty much just have a turnkey home that has a shorter closing date. So the nice thing about Toll Brothers, they do allow you to build a home or design a home from the ground up, dependent on what lots are available and all that fun stuff. Same with some of the other builders like Hubble Homes. CBH, the one that we just previously talked about, does not allow that, and that is strictly because they are just a lot more quick move-in ready focused, and not even the floor plan or semi-custom at all. It is just all move-in ready homes, and they typically pick everything that they put in the home. Now, we have been fortunate to where one time we were able to negotiate with them and get some things changed. But with that being said, that was a huge favor they did for me because I was one of their top agents back-to-back years. So with that being said, we have wiggle room with a lot of these builders just because we built some really good rapport. So if you guys have questions about certain builders or just want certain things done, we can try to talk it out. But for the most part, most of these people are going to have quick move-in homes. And then Toll Brothers, of course, they do have tons of options as far as what you want to pick up and put down. So super great builder. But let's talk about the location. So let's pop back over here. So now when we're talking about just in general the area, we have McMillan Road here and Black Cat. This is all construction right now. They are just, maybe not this area right here. They do have a beautiful roundabout, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Let's see. I just want to show you guys. So we're going to pop a little human here on this roundabout, and you guys can kind of see it's a little bright out here, but just a really beautiful neighborhood in general. We probably should have did this for you guys on the last one too, but just a really nice, super looking, prestigious looking neighborhood in general. And then this is kind of the land I was talking about. Now this doesn't look like that anymore, but as far as the neighborhood itself is just getting better and better, and they're building some really great things. You got some nice parks, You just have tons of things that they're offering with this neighborhood specifically. Now that will be the pro here, but the con to the CBH homes is they typically don't have a ton of things. So like you can see here, they have a swimming pool. So you are in an HOA that actually gives you something rather than, you know, a couple swings and they charge you, you know, $300, $600 a year. So that'll be really nice about this neighborhood. And I know for a fact the next neighborhood you guys are absolutely going to fall in love with. So let's go ahead and talk about the next neighborhood. All right, guys, now this neighborhood we're going to be talking about next is personal and well and dear to my heart because I absolutely love this builder. I love what they're building. I love their homes, the quality, the neighborhoods. I mean, everything that they are doing with this neighborhood is absolutely amazing. So for those of you that are looking for just the high-end first-time home buyers, for those of you that are looking for luxury first-time homes that are in a community that is self-sufficient, kind of in the outskirts, we're going to dive into that, but I wanted to bring it back because I wanted to talk to you guys about this neighborhood. So we've shown this neighborhood to quite a bit of folks and a lot of people relocating, whether you're coming from California or Oregon or New Jersey or New York or Texas, that just are looking for homes that have options from whether it's views or a community pool or just a community school where they have their own kind of self-sufficiency. It almost feels like its own little town. This neighborhood is going to be the one for you. This is Dry Creek Ranch. We've done a video on this before, and I mean, if you guys see the video, you're going to understand that this home, I mean, these neighborhoods are absolutely beyond what a lot of the neighborhoods are doing. It's a master planned community, meaning they do have different kind of subdivisions within the neighborhood, and each one has its own. The most popular one right now is definitely going to be the one on acreage. A lot of people just love the acreage. They're looking for a little more land. So if you're looking for that and maybe to be a little bit parted away from some of your neighbors, this is probably going to be the perfect subdivision for you, in addition to also other homes that are maybe a little closer and are on a creek. And then you also have a third one which is going to have just really great views as a whole. So I mean, as far as this neighborhood goes, they have their own garden, they have their own horse stable. So yes, you can have horses in this neighborhood. You have your own and let me back up a little bit. With the garden, I'm jumping ahead here because I'm so excited to talk about this neighborhood. With the garden, they actually do give you the opportunity to go out and sign up for a subscription, and they'll actually come by and drop off some fresh vegetables and fruits and all that fun stuff that they grow from the garden. So I think that's one of the coolest things. They are currently building a private school there, so that'll be super awesome as well. And man, it's just awesome what they're doing in general with that. And they do have a huge clubhouse. We're kind of going to show you guys that on their website as well, so we can kind of go through that. But let's go ahead and dive into the neighborhood. All right, guys, so Dry Creek Ranch, here's Boise, here's Eagle, here's Meridian. We're going to zoom in here. It's going to be in this area right here. So what you're going to see is you have a pretty solid amount of space here. I mean, it is absolutely huge, and you can kind of see as we zoomed in a little bit, different things were popping up. So here you're going to have your ranch and stables area. Here you'll have the clubhouse, and then you also have another community center here. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff that this neighborhood offers, and as we kind of zoomed in, you could kind of see you got the neighborhood farm here. You have some people's businesses starting to pop up. But for the most part, I mean, this is going to be a good majority of the neighborhood as they continue to build it, and they are kind of building it out now. They have tons of homes they're still going to be building, and it'll start probably climbing more and more closer into this area here, which is the Hidden Springs area. But for the most part, proximity wise, what do you have close by? Well, you have 55, which, as you guys remember, if we were talking about this and zoomed out, you have 55, which runs through Eagle Road and just kind of maneuvers around the area here. So it does kind of take you through the area. You do have the Shadow Valley Golf Course, which is absolutely beautiful, by the way. Really good golf here. I mean, you got all types of water, and it's just a great spot. So if you're a golfer, you're going to love this. But for the most part, when we're talking about Dry Creek, let's see if they got some availability for us to hop in here yet. All right, so maybe not yet. They haven't been disclosing it just yet, but here, as you can actually kind of see right here is where they started putting the signs. They have some really cool benefits with this neighborhood. So for those of you that aren't familiar with CID tax, you don't have any of that here, but let me see. how far can we go? So here's going to be the main entrance here to Dry Creek Ranch. So you can kind of see there's not really a ton around it, but as soon as you shoot down this road, you're going to be popping up and you get closer and closer to civilization, as I like to call it. You're going to have a ton of gas stations, shopping centers, all the stuff that you need as far as just your basic day-to-day living. But for the most part, I mean, it is in a really good spot. Just because it is just kind of backed away from everything, but not too far to where you can't make it out. So for a quick little drive from here to, you know, this area here, which has quite a bit of shopping. I mean, you see Subway's already popping up. That's where winners eat. Isn't that what they say? You have the Eagle Sports Complex here. You got the Ada and Eagle Bike Park, which is really awesome. They even have an RC raceway, which is super cool, believe it or not. But there's just a ton of different things that they have nearby, and as you kind of move around here, you'll see the more you drive, the closer you'll get to like Home Depot or another big park, which is the Optimist Youth Sports Complex, which is awesome. You got Walmart and all these different things that are nearby, but for the most part, you're not too far to where this drive right here is probably roughly 5 minutes, if even that, and then from there you're pretty much back on the mainland side of things. So proximity wise, really great area. Now let's talk about their website. So they have a killer website. You can see this is their clubhouse here. Super awesome. You'll see they got playgrounds. I mean, this is just a really awesome website in general to just kind of see what they've got offered. You'll see equestrian, holy crap, Jonathan edited this shit out. Equestrian photos here. You got some of their floor plans up here. They got dinner on the farm. So these are the 3 neighborhoods I was talking to you guys about, right? So you have the hills, and these are going to have, you know, some RV parking or garages, I should say. You're going to have tons of great homes in general. Then the estates is going to be the half-acre and acre lots, which are awesome because a lot of people love having a little land with their homes. And then you're going to have Creekside, which is pretty much just along the Dry Creek itself. So you got a little bit of water that runs through. It's not like anything spectacular, just to be blunt with you guys, but I mean, it is a really great location either way. So they also have their move-in ready homes. Once again, guys, don't forget, if you're going to reach out or you're curious about these homes, reach out to me or an agent that you trust, because they will not represent you to the best of their ability, because like I said, it comes back to representing the builder. They also have all their builds that are coming, so you'll see some of the future phases. You'll see the swimming pool, future school, horse arena, existing farm, future sports fields, open space, commercial, and all that good stuff. So you can see here tons of future phases coming up, but for the most part, guys, I mean, this is going to be the Dry Creek Ranch area. So if you'd like more information, let me know. More than happy to hop on a call so we could talk about this. But this neighborhood I personally love, and I mean, just the homes that they build are extravagant. So all right, with that being said, let's talk about what else I can offer you. All right, guys, so those are 3 neighborhoods of so many, and I mean, there are tons of great neighborhoods. If you're looking at new construction homes in general, the best thing to do is to get an idea of what you're looking for, and by doing that, what we can do is start creating a game plan cultivated around what you need and what your family needs or wants are. So reach out to me. Once again, I am a licensed real estate agent here in the Boise, Eagle, Meridian, all of the above areas. I'm more than happy to help you guys. But what you can do is call me, text me, or email me. In addition to that, guys, I want to give you guys something. If you're still here, what we do have for you guys is a first-time home buyers group that will be in the video description below. Feel free to join it, and then we'll reach out to you guys if you would like some help there. Or if you're someone that would like or appreciate a relocation guide, we have a free relocation guide. You can actually download it by looking at the video description below and tapping the relocation guide link, and then we will email it your way, so that way you guys have full access to that. But it has everything you need to know about Boise and some of the surrounding areas, some great neighborhoods in addition to the ones we talked about today, and just some great activities, some great spots to eat. All the stuff that you could possibly think about is all going to be in that relocation guide. So with that being said, guys, once again, I appreciate you guys joining us on this extravagant YouTube video, something a little different. I know some of you guys are used to us being out and about, showing you guys houses and all that good stuff, so we do have other videos of that. But if you're new here or just like these videos, we would like to have some feedback. Let us know in the comments. In addition to that, if you didn't already, make sure you guys press the subscribe button below, leave a like, leave a comment where you're tuning in from, and then if you press the bell at the top of the screen, you'll also get notification when we make more amazing videos just like this. So as we always say, we appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.